everybody. I'm Alex.
And I'm Brianna.
And we're moving across the country from Virginia to California. And this is a two-part episode on how we spent Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in the city of Houston and throughout the lovely state of Texas.
The entire state of Texas.
The entire state of Texas. In basically one day.
So here's what we did on Christmas Eve. I'm going to put some clips next. And you guys can watch those. And we'll be right back to talk about everything we did those 2 days. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So today we are exploring Houston.
Yep.
Right? That's kind of the plan. It is Christmas Eve, so happy Christmas Eve, honey.
Yes. Happy Christmas Eve, my love.
Happy Christmas Eve to everyone at home. So it's kind of like brunch time right now, and we're gonna go get
Kolaches.
kolaches, which are
They are a traditional Czech pastry. They can be either sweet or savory, which my cousin Jonathan recommended them to us. And for me, I was particularly interested because my family is ethnically Czech, so it's the food of my people, I guess.
So we're excited to try those. We are bringing little Scuttle along with us. He is in the car. We are en route to the kolache factory, and we'll let you know how those taste. What else do we think we're gonna do today?
Potentially going to a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Get some good homemade Mexican food.
Which is gonna be awesome.
Yep.
I'm excited about that. We're at the kolache factory. I think it's closed. The light's on, but there's people in. What's the verdict,
They're
honey? They're open.
Their phone just isn't working, I guess.
All right.
I don't know if they're pet friendly though. Yeah. Oh, you are closed. That's okay. Never mind. They are closed.
Okay. Well, on the bright side, this pastry that we want to try is pretty popular here. So let's go find another kolache place.
Sure.
All right. The first kolache place was closed. We found option number 2. That closes in an hour. There's someone else here disappointed that it has closed.
Oh, hang on.
She got out of her car and said, "Oh,
There's one a lot closer.
closer."
Because that one's going to be about 30 minutes to get there.
Okay.
If we avoid the tolls. And make sure this one's still.
We're gonna find out if they're still open.
Hi, what are your hours for today? Hello? Hi, what are your hours for today? 1 o'clock. All right, thank you very much.
Yay!
Okay. Go get kolaches.
Attempt number 2.
This is like plan F.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So we're 17 minutes away.
Yeah, but it's straight down 6, so that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
So we're here in North Houston. We just stopped at Old Town Kolaches. We've got some kolaches, which are little rolls filled with meat and cheese and other.
It's like a Hot Pocket.
Basically, yeah. Or if you're from West Virginia, it's like a pepperoni roll.
Yeah.
Yep.
And mine is chicken fajita.
And
What
mine
it
is spicy sausage and cheese.
I want to try it.
And they are delicious.
Yeah.
Yep.
We also got a strudel. What kind of strudel did we get?
Got apple strudel and got a cream cheese kolache.
Yay!
Yep. So we are eating some delicious Czech food.
Spicy.
Yeah. Eating some delicious Czech food and trying to enjoy the rest of Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So we filmed a part to this, but we forgot to hit record.
That or the technology ate it or something. Not exactly sure.
So we're just going to tell you about going downtown Houston. You saw that in the morning we had a fun kolache experience.
Mm-hmm. And so that afternoon we decided to drive downtown, and it was bizarre because it was Christmas Eve, and so the business district was all shut down for the day. And so you had this massive labyrinth of steel and concrete and no people. So there were a few businesses open and the parks were open. So we got to see the largest mistletoe in Texas, which was nifty.
And we kissed under it.
We sure did. And there's a few just little things open here and there, but for the most part, it was really just us. So it was kind of neat just to walk around and see like the buildings and see the sights and such of downtown Houston.
Then we went to a fun Christmas party and had traditional Mexican food. And we ate tamales and pozole.
And it was delicious.
It was so good.
Yep. Bree, why don't you tell the kind folks at home what pozole is?
So pozole is like a broth. It's almost like a soup. And you eat it with tortas and lechuga and crema. It's so good.
It was delicious, yeah. So we had a great time that night and then got back to the hotel room pretty early so we could get some rest and headed into our Christmas day.
So as you know, our Christmas day was spent driving.
A lot.
Driving.
12 hours worth.
And driving.
Yep.
That's what we did.
Texas is enormous. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it's huge.
Alex actually got me a present, even though we promised each other we wouldn't do presents.
Because I'm a good husband.
Oh, you are a good husband.
That's right. We got our tickets. Bree's we're both big Nashville Predators fans, but she's a huge Nashville Predators fan, the hockey team, and they're playing in Los Angeles on January the 4th, so we're going to go watch them play down at the Staples Center.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I can't believe this. I've never been to an away game. I've only been to home games, so that's going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we don't get beat up.
I don't know if the Kings are that good or not.
I don't think they're that good, but their fans are probably that committed.
That's true. See what you mean now.
No offense if you're
Yes.
a fan. It's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we wanted to wake up early so we could hit the road early, but we slept in a bit because,
we
were
tired.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
But we finally hit the road a little bit before noon, and yeah, like I said, Texas is massive. From the exit in Houston we were at was exit 750.
Yeah.
So if that gives you any idea. So we just drove.
So San Antonio was like the first big city we did, right?
Yeah.
So San Antonio's cool. They have like the river walk and all that.
Yeah.
But we didn't stop, but it was really pretty just driving through. But before San Antonio, we were starting to get really hungry. And we needed a place to eat, but it was Christmas Day. So poor Alex is like freaking out because he's calling these places to see if they're open because Google says they're open, and then they're not answering. So Alex is like, I don't know what we're gonna do to eat. I'm like, it's fine, we'll find somewhere. I'm sure there's a travel center open. But we stopped to, I guess, use the restroom.
Yep.
And I've been wearing my Chacos to travel in because they're comfortable to drive in and I like them. And immediately got bit by a fire ant before I went into the restroom. And it made it worse because it was like, we kind of chose another sketchy place to stop.
Yeah.
It was kind of deserted because it was Christmas Day. And got bit by a fire ant. And then Scuttle was using the restroom and he stuck his nose in something and started crying. I don't even know what that was. Could have been fire ants, could have been a desert pokey. We don't know.
All we know is that he got
He
bit.
was crying.
He got bit by some unidentified creature. That's as Tennessee as it gets. So
He's fine though, clearly.
but we kept moving, and finally found a truck stop that had a McDonald's open. Got lunch.
Had a McDonald's and a Subway. So I
Yeah,
went to Subway
right.
and he went to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people working there
In
because
Comfort,
it was pretty busy.
in Comfort, Texas.
Yes, which was actually really beautiful. It
Other
was
than the swarm of yellow jackets.
okay. Yeah. It was really pretty, and we have the dog and the cat, so obviously we needed to like sit outside. We couldn't stay inside, so we were just gonna sit in our cars. But the weather was so nice, I was like, let's go sit on the, what was it? It was
Sidewalk,
like a curvy
sort of,
sidewalk thing. It wasn't the sidewalk in the front. It was like a sidewalk over here.
Yeah.
So we sat there and had a picnic, which was lovely until we were attacked.
Attacked, yeah, by swarm of yellow jackets.
I was attacked first by one.
Yeah, and it got in your hair.
And it got in my hair. And it was like crawling on my armpit. And I was like, do I move? Do I breathe? Like, I'm not even afraid of them. I just don't want to get stung in the armpit.
Yeah.
Because that would hurt.
However, reader, I am. Thanks to a traumatic childhood experience.
Wait, your home was infested?
Yes. And we had to leave.
Please elaborate on that.
We were renting a house this is way off topic. We were renting a house when I was like 7. And yeah, it got infested with yellow jackets and we left.
Infested, like there was there was a nice family living in your trash can, or
they were an angry family living in our bathroom.
the whole bathroom.
Basically.
Like they were covered. Your dad said something about them being in the kitchen cabinets.
I didn't even know that. Apparently, yeah. Okay, they were in more than one place. Yeah.
So that's a lot.
So anyway, I have a traumatic childhood experience with these things, and we're getting chased, and one gets into the car with me, and I'm trying to like
he
not
was
wreck.
driving.
Yeah.
Because we still had to get gas, so he was driving to the gas pump, and apparently one was in the car with him.
Good times.
We survived.
Yeah.
So from there, where did we go?
There we just kept on driving.
Yeah.
And stopped for gas a couple times, but really from that point on, I mean, we were
just driving so much.
From my perspective, I was just so zoned in. Yeah.
Like I had a lot of energy because we were able to rest so well.
Yeah.
That we were just going.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So we kept driving, and we got dinner. We got dinner in El Paso at a Sonic late that night.
That was interesting. So El Paso was actually really beautifully decorated.
It was cool.
For Christmas. If I can find pictures, I'll add them in. But like the Wells Fargo building had a big Christmas tree on it, and all of the bridges were decorated. So that was very sweet to see.
Yeah, it was cool.
My favorite part though was being able to drive along the border and see lights from Mexico. I thought that was just really humbling. It's cool.
Yeah, it was cool because you could, as you're driving on 10 on the outskirts of El Paso, and as you're in El Paso, you can look over to the left, and the border is basically right there, so you can see Ciudad de Juarez and the other parts of the Mexican border. And yeah, it's surreal. Yeah.
And so dark.
Yeah.
It was very dark.
It was very dark. Yeah. Also, throughout most of once you get past San Antonio, most of that part of 10 is just all rural and desert.
Yeah.
And so the speed limit is 80.
I guess it's like ranches, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. because there weren't a lot of houses.
No.
Every now and then you'd see a gate for a ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the speed limit was
80.
fast.
Yeah. So I mean, we made really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With no one on the road.
Exactly.
Like literally no one. But the Sonic we stopped at, we had to sit outside.
Mm-hmm.
But it was way too cold. How cold was it?
It was in the upper 30s.
It was really cold.
It was chilly. Desert gets cold at night, y'all.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't.
I did.
I don't know. So, the Sonic, we waited a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. Way too long. Also, whenever we pulled into the Sonic, all of the places that we both pulled into 2 of the order things, and they were both closed or something. Like they had a sign. And then we were like, oh, we have the dog. We should just sit on the patio area. And then that one also you can order from it. So it's fine.
Yeah, we made it work.
Yeah. So then we ate and we went to the hotel that we had been planning to go to this whole time. This is a good story. Let me tell you.
Well, so we decided to keep on driving because from El Paso to Las Cruces, New Mexico is about 45 minutes. So we figured we'd just keep on going and make a little bit more time up. And so yeah, we got to Las Cruces and found the hotel we were going to stay at. And well.
Okay. So it was really, really cold outside. And I was really tired. Really, really tired. I just wanted to go to sleep. And La Quintas, Hotel Sixes, Red Roofs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They all seem to be pretty pet friendly without having a bunch of extra fees. So we've done some research and we know where to go. So we knew that La Quinta would be kind of nice because the last Motel 6 we stayed at, the bed was slanted weird. So that's a whole nother story. So we thought that the La Quinta would be a little bit nicer and it's just as cheap, so we might as well stay there. And we get there and we have cash to pay for everything, mostly because at home our bank was local. So we switched to more like National Bank, but we couldn't get our cards before we left. So we had to just cash everything. So basically we pay for the room with cash. We sign all the paperwork. Then
they let us know we have to put a deposit on a card as a holding deposit. And so we swipe my credit card and it gets declined because we're like 1,500 miles away from home. And it thinks that, we're stealing something.
Probably.
So we're informed we can't stay there. So
there was no room for us to stay at the inn.
On Christmas night. Is that sacrilege? That's not sacrilege.
No,
anyway, moving
it's
along.
just the irony.
So we found the warm embrace of Motel 6
again
in Las Cruces and
which
stayed
was
there.
Nice. It was decorated very retro,
Mm-hmm.
like very retro, but it was nice.
Yeah.
So we stayed there that night, and whenever we came in, by the time we made it to that hotel, it was like what, 2?
It was past 1.
Yeah, it was past 1 a.m. So that was also part of the frustration of being denied or whatever at the La Quinta, is that it was already so late and cold, and like I was ready to pass out.
Yeah. Well, we finally got in and got some rest, and
then woke up in the beautiful desert.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
So that was how we spent our Christmas, spent it on the road throughout most of the Lone Star State, and it was a good time all in all. Got to see a lot of beautiful landscape, and
There's nowhere else I'd rather have been.
Oh, thank you, dear.
You're welcome. I love you.
I love you.
Okay, so is that it?
I think so.
Yeah.
For Christmas. Yeah.
I'm sorry it took us a while to upload this, but
Texas is big.
yeah, and exhausting.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a thumbs up if you like it.
Yeah.
Because we're just gonna keep posting things and hopefully getting better at making videos. that have to do with our adventure.
Yep.
So if you're interested, please subscribe, please like it, ring the bell for notifications if you want to be notified when we upload. And how many more days do we have? So
Let's see, we'll be there on the 29th.
be there on the 29th.
3 more days, basically.
Yep. Thank you guys so much.
Good night.
Adios.